hanged, huh? But the man is a criminal, and the law is the law.
You should be thankful we got that scoundrel out of your church before he spoiled the lot.
He's a child of God. You can't just murder him. Now listen here. I cannot tolerate low-down degenerates like that coward living here among us. If any of these men step out of line, they will hang just the same as little John.
Back! You killed her!
Will you shut up?
Well, it certainly is good to see all of you fine folk here to support law and justice. Sherwood has always been full of hard-working, upstanding people. And as such, we simply cannot tolerate a man living here like this fugitive coward. As a pillar of this community, it is my responsibility to make sure my workers are safe from the influences of a fugitive and a criminal. And so, this man, Mr. John Henry, is sentenced to die today at 12 noon by hanging for his crimes.
Where'd that come from? Catch him, you idiot!
Shut up, Roger. We have a bigger problem.
Hello, John. Still a bully with a nasty dog, I see.
Pops, this can't be.
It is. I am.
Sorry for the surprise, but last I heard, you bled to death on a battlefield.
Yet here I am. You might want to double check your sources. I thank you for looking after the place, but it seems you've made quite a mess. Hanging innocent men. Taxing Willa out of the mercantile. You know that if your brother were here, he would die of shame.
Fox, as far as anyone is concerned, you died in the war. And as for Richard, I bet he'd be pretty proud of the profits I've turned on his gold claim.
Yeah,
We could have a riot on our hands if we don't handle this real carefully, understand?
yeah, well, your plan better be real good, John. Because I don't think this is the last time we've seen Robin Hood. So,
You know, that may be, but you keep in mind who pays you, Roger. Now, come on.
The wildest wind, born with a love, deep as the ocean. This was the girl that I did win.
Well, that's better.
No! John, don't do this!
Now take him out back and put him down like the dog that he is.
John, I'm the sanctity of our childhood. I will do anything. Just don't hurt him.
Hold it, Roger. You know, Marion, I never cared much for your brother. His dry, drunk piety and holier-than-thou rhetoric, it sickened me. But you, on the other hand, I always thought that you had gumption. Perhaps if things had turned out differently, there could have been some business between the two of us. Let him live. But I had better never see him again. And I'm taking the arrow. What?
oh, nothing. I'm just trying to picture you getting all gussied up and playing preacher at that funeral. Trying to preach the word and all.
Well, you may not take me for a religious man, and, well, you'd be right, but trust me, I can deliver some fire and brimstone when called upon. Now, you just see that there's a lady-sized box and a hole big enough to drop it in. Ladies and gentlemen of Sherwood, we are gathered here today on these hallowed grounds to mourn the tragic passing of our dear Ned. As I look upon so many familiar faces, my heart, shattered by the senseless murder of Miss Bardendale, begins to melt. I commend you all on joining us here today to pay respect. That simple gesture shows a real commitment to community, to law, to order, in a time of great unrest. Now, I'm sure that your fears and my fears are the same. Will the murder of an innocent woman remain in the shadows beyond the reach of justice? Who will Robin Locksley, that hooded specter of a man, turn his pistol on next? Work together to capture this bloodthirsty criminal. I have built for us a profitable and stable community here in Sherwood. And I am here today to appeal to both your hearts and to your pocketbooks. I have decided to offer up a portion, a sizable portion, of my own personal funds to anyone able to capture Robin Hood. It's a simple request. $1,000. Bring him straight to me. I will no longer stand for violence and fear on this land, and I will see order and justice and peace restored in Sherwood. Nay, would have wanted that. Now, some of you know just how costly it can be to betray your community. But, mark my words, no one is beyond redemption or forgiveness. You may have heard, I'm in a show of good faith and in the spirit of Sherwood's continuing progress, I've decided to hold a contest. Anyone able to outshoot Sheriff Nottingham will win the deed to the town's only saloon, the Golden Arrow, at noon, 2 days from now. I encourage you all to change the course of your own future. Can't rely on your own aim. Bring me Robin Hood. $1,000 bounty will buy the arrow before a bullet ever hits the target. I trust you'll all do the right thing. And I do think we've had enough mourning for one day. Back to work. Friends, before we get started here today, I'd like to remind you all that this contest is not meant to provoke anger amongst you fine folks. Rather, it's a chance for me to reward your loyalty. Speaking of which, I'd like to give you one final opportunity to hand in the fugitive Robin Hood. It would give me great joy to reward one of you for upholding justice in this fine town. Anyone? Very well. The contest it is, then. Sheriff Roger Nottingham is the best shot for 100 miles. If any of you can outshoot him, you'll win the contest and the arrow. Good luck. It is very brave for you to show your face around here, don't you think?
Well, you said one and all were invited to the contest. I figured it was worth the risk to win my establishment back from that trollop. Well, I him.
Oh, hush, she's not wrong.
Marion, you never cease to amaze me.
At least one of us turned out all right.
Why don't you give it your best shot and try not to be too disappointed? Line up. 2, 3.
What the hell is this?
Marion, don't be foolish. Do you want to add murder to the list of your family's recent crimes?
Your rule over Sherwood is done, John. We're here to end it.
You really think your 3 guns can take us?
You all work for me, and you obey me.
Not anymore. We follow Robin Locksley. You really are simple woodfolk, aren't you? We have eyes in the trees. Do you have any idea how many guns you have pointed at you right now?
Of course. But we'd already accounted for that.
Hello, John. Been well?
Robin, it's always a pleasure. Oh, and I see you brought your fugitive coward with you. Are you going to stay here today or run away like a coward again?
I'm not running away from anything. I'm fighting for something.
Oh, I'll touch it.
Wouldn't bother.
This is deranged.
This is deranged? No. What you've done to this place is deranged. To these people.
Yeah, I always knew that you were ambitious, John.
It's not like this.
Don't presume to know me.
I do know you. That's why I'm here.
What?
A challenge.
Challenge.
Same target as before, except it's you and me doing the shooting, and not your little minion here.
Locksley, if I aim at a target, it will be squarely between your eyes.
John, this has to end.
The only way this is going to end was with either one of us in the dirt.
John.
Robin. A duel. Unless you've got stones to shoot an unarmed man. Not anymore, John. Sorry about the holdup, Robin. You would not believe the line at the post office.
You're just in time, Tuck. What's the good news?
Well, the good news is it's coming. It's taking a route through Panama for some reason, but judging by the date on the envelope, should be here within the month. Who?
Your brother, Tommy.
He wanted to come see this treachery for himself. That's it. You are all I still own my shares. You are all on my land. Well, we'll see about that. As of this moment, consider my brother stripped of his stewardship and full claim. And authority handed over to Robin Locksley.
Really?
No. No! That is impossible.
You brought this on yourself, John. It's never had to come to this. Marion, the arrow's yours. Willa, I'll see that we draw up a deed to that mercantile. Tuck, my good friend. It's time that we got the building on a proper church. Can priests even carry guns?
Now, the church has a lot of rules. That still allows for a lot of loopholes.
You'll burn for this. I won't be forgotten!
Shut up, Roger! You caused us enough trouble when you killed May.
You stupid floozy!
And you're a murderer. Who has it worse?
Enough! You both have plenty of time to explain this to the state authorities. Someone give me a hand getting this slime off of my property.
Thank you, everybody. We are the River Brigade Theater Crew. We do stuff all the time here, especially, but come see us anytime. We have a Facebook page called The River Begins as well. Keep up with us there.
The QR code is in your program. It'll take you right to our Facebook page if you have a smartphone.
Thank you guys.
All right, thank you.